right, so this is the Florida Alliance warm-up that you're going to be doing before games, workouts, possibly practices, things of that nature. Connor Lyons, I'm the Director of Sports Performance here at Florida Hospital Center Ice. I'm going to kind of take you through all this. The layout of this warm-up is going to be a little bit of moving around to get the heart going, get some blood flow to certain areas. We're going to break down in a little bit of mobility. Within that mobility, there's some movement cues and things like that. And then after that, we'll get into skips and bounds and things just to kind of wake up the central nervous system and make sure that we're firing on all cylinders as we go out on the ice.
Time.
Oh, sorry. Time frame, we want to look at right around 15 minutes, give or take a few. And we want to give yourselves enough time to get dressed after the fact. So we want to give ourselves a good 25 to 30 minutes afterwards. So look to start this 40 to 45 minutes before you get on the ice for competition or practice. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to do our moving around. What I like to do is do a few movements forwards and a few backwards. So we'll start off, let's go a high knee run, and we're going to take it into a back pedal. All right, then we're going to go butt kicks, and we're going to take that into a back pedal. We'll do some lateral movement like shuffling, karaoke's, things like that, and then we'll get into it. All right, so first things first, we're just going to take this 10 yards, we're going to high knee up, back pedal back. Ready? And we'll butt kick, back pedal. Good, then we're going to get into a shuffle. So on this shuffle, whichever way I decide to face, I want to stay square. Shuffling is a pushing movement, not a pulling movement. So the leg that's closest to where I'm trying to go, I want to make sure that toe, hip, knee all stay square to the wall or wherever I'm facing. So over here. Good. We'll karaoke. Just rotate the hips, keep everything else square. Good. All right. Now you should be breathing a little heavy. Good blood flow, things like that. So we're getting the mobility. We start off knee hugs. Take this about 10 yards. So be here. Oops. Load this hip. Big pull. Extend all the way up. Couple steps. Maybe the next round. Good. Then on the way back, we're going to go heel to butt. So I'm going to take my foot. Going up my opposite hand, I'm going to point my knee down in the ground, get nice and tall, couple steps, lots of leg. Then we'll do heel to toe walks. On these heel to toe walks, I pull my toes up as high as I can, heel strike, roll up, get nice and tall. Next one, toe grabs. So everything stays nice and square. One leg out in front, toe pulled up. Whoops. Butt's going back. Grab with both hands, hold for a count. Couple steps. Same thing. Then we'll get into a straight leg march. So big chest, everything nice and rigid. Toes pulled up. I'm gonna kick up to my opposite hand, just here. Take a couple steps. Just like so. All right, then we'll get into a figure four stretch. The reason we call it that is because it's kind of set up like a four. Grab the foot and the knee, big pull up, extend to that opposite hip. Just like that. All right, next one, get into kind of a lunge series here. Take a big step, back leg stays nice and straight. I'm gonna squeeze that butt cheek to push those hips forward, engage my abs, keep a neutral spine. Big reach, up and over the outstretched leg. Good. After that, we get some crawls. So we'll start off, we'll get maybe 3 yards of inchworms. So be in a push-up position, legs stay nice and straight. Walk my feet to my hands, walk my hands up. Here. Just like that. After that last one, we'll get into some Spider-Mans. So hands in the same spot, push-up position, back leg stays straight. Front foot comes up, whole foot on the ground, 90 degrees at the knee, and then we'll walk out to a push-up position into that next rep. All right. Another lunge one. Same front lunge we did with that reach, but this time we're going to add a little bit of thoracic mobility. So I'll be here, hand on the outside of the knee, open up, follow your hand with your head, come back in, take a couple steps, same position. All right. So we really want to make sure the hips are ready to go, which is why we did so many lunges, Spider-Mans, reaches, things like that. Next one, it's called a squat to stand. This one's going to be done in place. And have a nice soft knee. I'm going to grab up underneath my toes and sit back. To sit back, weight stays on the outside edges of my feet and my heels. Knees outside my elbows, shoulders packed in. Keep my hands under my toes. Try to straighten my legs. Come back down. Hold for about a 3-4 count. Actively pushing your knees up. Coming up. Same thing. Get about 5 of those. All right. Then we'll be in a push-up position again. All right, we're going to stretch the piriformis, which is an external rotator of the hip, so it tends to get pretty tight on us. Yep. Back leg nice and straight. Knee pointed down into the ground. Again, hold for 3-4 count. Come out. Opposite side. Same. Good. All right, now we'll get into some skipping, things like that. So you move the camera back if you need to, because I'll be I take about 10 yards. All right, so what this is gonna do, kind of help wake up our central nervous system and teach us to kind of react off the ground when we lay on our feet. So leg's gonna be nice and straight, toe pulled up towards my shin, and I'm actually gonna drive down into the ground right underneath my hips. So I'm here, just push and skip. Like so. The point there is to spend as little time on the ground as possible. Make sure we're really reacting off the ground. Next one, again, that one, probably about 10 yards. Next one's a mini skip, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a knee drive this time. Instead of whipping my leg down, I'm pushing down into the ground. Again, through the balls of my feet, underneath my hips, just here, push. All right, trying to react off the ground. Next one, we're gonna do ankle hops. Kind of like jumping rope. Premise is the same as the other skips, so want to make sure we're reacting off the ground, spending as little time on the ground as possible. Usually do about 10 of these, and then walk it out over here. Just like that. Next one, let's be the last of the skips. We're gonna do 2, maybe 50% little ankle hops. I'm gonna hit the ground in a loaded position, punch up, get as tall as I can. On that jump, make sure we're hitting the ground, spending as little time as possible on the ground. So I'll be here, feet hip width, toes pointed straight ahead. Get enough as high as I can. Just like 2 seconds. I wanna, next, good. All right, next one's a bound. All right, it's a straight leg linear bound. Legs are gonna be nice and straight, obviously. Toes pulled up towards the shin. I'm gonna tap the ground underneath my hips. The goal here is to move your hips as far as you can with every step. We're trying to create distance with every step. So I'll be here. Straight. And as we go through, we wanna react off the ground the same way that we do, right, as we're skipping. We can go through some quick foot drills and stuff like that next, so you can kind of be a little bit closer if you want, because it'll be all in place. All right, next, and probably second to last thing that we'll do, feet are going to be right up underneath your hips, toes pointed straight ahead. All right, we're going to be decelerating from being on our toes, landing in athletic base, and then doing a quick foot drill. So the first one, you can get creative with this one. The first one is just going to be like a jackhammer, almost like you do in football. But I'm going to get up on my toes, have somebody yell an up call, everybody gets up, Yellow hit call, come off the ground, nice soft landing. Butt goes back, knees driven out, toes still pointed straight ahead. From this position, I'm gonna give another hit call. Give that second hit call, that's when the movement begins. So like I said, the first one's like a jackhammer. So we'll go up, we'll say hit, get here, we'll say hit, real fast, and then say relax. So you go about 2-3 seconds, doesn't have to be overly long. Another one you can do, again, so if we go up, say hit, here. All right, this time both feet are gonna go together, real fast, all right? Keeping our hips nice and low, being up on the balls of our feet. Next one, we'll go out, out, in. Go right or left foot lead, it doesn't matter too much because we're only gonna be going 2 to 3 seconds. So again, we say up, say hit again, real quick. Again, just being really quick, really reactive. Last one we'll demo here, go over and back, all right? So I say up, we go up, hit, we get here, hit again, over, back down, nice and quick. Maybe you shut that down there a little. Next one, yep. All right, so this is the last drill that I would typically have my athletes do before sending them on the ice. We're gonna do some 2-point starts. There is some teaching that we want to do before we get really crazy with spreading and stuff like that. But with this start, it's just about that first drive, right? So extending your hips out as far as you can, creating as much distance as possible, attacking the ground a few times, and then kind of shutting it down. So typically go 4 to 5 strides, have them go a right foot start and a left foot start. All right, and then we kind of bring it in and break it down. So front leg is going to be loaded. Back leg is going to be maybe 2 feet lengths back. All right, shin's going to be pointed in the direction I'm trying to go. I'm going to be up on the balls of my feet. Whatever foot's up front, that arm's going back. That way as I come out, I'm in a good running position. So I'll be here, all right? And I don't typically give athletes go calls, so you just kind of go when you're ready and you're in a good position. Just be here, just be pushed.